with another video. This should be an interesting video. This is, I believe, another suggestion, because I sure as hell didn't come up with this myself. So this is 10 chilling photos with disturbing backstories, Twisted Tens number 2. I don't know what Twisted Tens is, I'm assuming that's a channel, I have no idea, but disturbing backstory photos are definitely disturbing, hence the title, but yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens here. I'm tired, so don't mind me. My cat's trying to break in my door, so might as well let her in. Yeah, I know. Come in. What? Don't leave. Fine, I'm closing the door then. She literally meows, comes in, leaves, and I close the door on her again, so I don't know what she wants, but let's get to this video. It's not a series for the faint of heart. It may scare or disturb you. The world is a very disturbed place, and nothing is off limits. You decide to continue. We hope you enjoy. Okay, well, I guess I've been warned.
As we know from last episode, there's a story behind every photo. And while most of the time it's a pleasant story, sometimes not so much.
Seriously strange, Twisted Tens. Guess we'll see what happens, but not going to be pleasant, as the guy is saying. It's getting hot in here. It's kind of dirty, but oh well. It's not actually really warm in this room. Fuck. Time to Columbine. Uh-oh. It's not the Columbine
class picture, a great time for students to express themselves, sometimes inappropriately. Columbine High School was your pretty average school in 1999, but also within that same year, it would go down in history as being a landmark for one of the worst tragedies America would come to know.
I remember
in this class photo, almost like a warning, two students can be seen in the upper left-hand corner, sitting beside one another, appearing as if they're aiming imaginary guns at the camera. Though students have been known to do such things, this instance was far more morbid, as these two students, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, would weeks later initiate a massacre in that very high school that would leave 15 people dead, including themselves.
That's honestly terrifying. Prison at home.
Imagine being kept prisoner by your own family. That's exactly what happened to Blanche Monnier. This photo was taken after she was discovered locked away in a room by her own family. Blanche wanted to marry a man that her family did not approve of, and when Blanche refused to see her mother's reasoning, she was locked away in a room for nearly 25 years.
That's fucking insane.
When she was found, she was surrounded by excrement, pieces of food, and other putrid waste. She weighed only 55 pounds. Though she was rescued, she never regained her sanity, and around 12 years after being released, she died in a psychiatric hospital.
Atomic shadows.
The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were terrible events, and they left behind haunting reminders, one of which being the shadows. This photo displays the shadow of a person who was on this set of steps when one of the atomic bombs was detonated. The bright blast from the bomb would be blocked by a human body just long enough to leave a noticeable color difference as the blast bleached everything around the victim, leaving what are seen as permanent shadows of a person's final moment alive.
That's honestly disturbing as fuck. Family photo.
You just don't usually expect to find something creepy in a family photo. But what we find creepy and disturbing today wasn't all too uncommon at one time for family photos. This photo was taken of two parents with their daughter. Getting a person in clear focus wasn't easy back then, as the cameras were much slower and required you to remain perfectly still for a period of time. Though the parents are a bit blurry, the daughter is clear as can be. That was because she didn't move at all, because she had died earlier that day. In these times, it wasn't an odd idea to take photos with deceased loved ones before they were buried, making it appear as if they were still alive for one more photo opportunity.
That's honestly so creepy. She's dead?
Parties are often held for celebrations or just generally to have a good time. The circumstances for this one, however, were inappropriate at best. This is a photo taken of two friends together. Tyler Hadley on the right was hosting the party where the photo was taken. Shortly after this photo was taken, Tyler began bragging about murdering his parents. Friends found this odd, but it was discovered that Tyler wasn't lying. He had beaten his parents to death with a hammer, and their bloodied bodies were laid out upstairs. Luckily, his friends tipped police, and Tyler was arrested.
Thank God. Shit, falling from space.
Space exploration is risky, especially with a low budget and in the 1960s. This is a photo taken of cosmonaut Vladimir Komarov, who was assigned to an Earth-orbiting mission by the Soviet Union. However, upon inspection of the craft he was to orbit the Earth in, Vladimir knew it was unsafe, with countless structural problems. He knew to go into space with it would mean certain death. Though he tried to tell others of this issue, the chain of command stopped very much short of where it needed to go to make adequate changes. The proper money and care just weren't in place. But Vladimir went aboard the craft anyway, to spare a good friend who would have been his replacement from dying instead. This is another photo of Vladimir after the shoddy spacecraft plummeted to Earth and scorched him alive. It was reported that as he was falling and burning, he cursed the ones who allowed the mission to go on for killing him. The picture has been slightly blurred, as the original is graphic, but easily found on a web search.
I don't want to look it up. I don't. Missing.
A person could go missing for a variety of reasons, and sometimes the clues left behind can be chilling. This is a photo of a teenage girl and a young boy which was found in a parking lot in Florida. Though the boy's identity isn't known, the girl is believed to be Tara Calico, who went missing while on a bike ride near her home in New Mexico. This is the last bit of possible evidence ever found in regards to what happened to Tara. If you would like to learn more about Tara's disappearance, as well as more haunting disappearances, you can click on screen now or go down into the description below for a link to my episode on unexplained disappearances.
The vulture waits.
Our next photo is a bit disturbing for two reasons. This is a photo of a young child in Sudan starving to death. The photographer, Kevin Carter, was told not to touch or assist the children for fear of transmitting disease. As Kevin prepared to take the photo, a vulture landed in the background, a morbid sight as the vulture was waiting for its next meal to die. Kevin Carter's photograph won the Pulitzer Prize, and because of this and other memories of suffering, Kevin committed suicide 3 months later. Every now and again, death isn't just scary, it's breathtaking. This is a photo of Evelyn McHale, appearing as though she is resting, clutching her necklace, ankles crossed while she dreams. But the truth is, moments before, she stood at the 86th floor observation deck of the Empire State Building in New York City. She wrote a letter claiming that an unknown man was better off without her and that she wouldn't make a good wife for anybody. She jumped shortly thereafter and landed, as can be seen in the photo, on a limousine. Not much other than the tragedy is known about Evelyn's life.
I thought that was a hammock. That's a car? I thought it was a fucking hammock. Oh my God.
When drinking, it's important to be around people that you trust in an area that you're familiar with.
Exactly.
The catacombs of Odessa in Ukraine are vast and complicated, a place where less than reputable groups converge. This photo was taken deep inside the catacombs. On the ground lies a dead girl who was with a group of people and had been drinking after New Year's festivities. She separated from the group and in her drunken stupor became lost. She wandered for 3 days in the seemingly endless, pitch-black tunnels, unable to see a thing or hear anything beyond her own panicked breath and sobs. The photo scene was taken 2 years after she died, and rescue teams were forced to go in and look for her. She died confused and alone. That's all for now. I hope that your photos remain positive. However, that's not always up to you, now is it? Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next episode of...
Yeah, clearly it's not always up to you because, Jesus, that's honestly terrifying. Alright, well, I mean, I guess I was warned. I mean, it wasn't that bad as I thought it was going to be, but definitely chilling to see what could be hiding in a photo that you never even know. It could be a simple photo to you, and yeah, it's a whole different story, which is terrifying just to think. So, it's definitely really scary, but I guess it is what it is, and now you see my cat at least. No? You want to move? Okay, cool. Anyways, that's gonna be it. I'm exhausted, so I was gonna not film anymore, so... I don't know what to say to this, I'm just exhausted. But yeah, definitely scary to see what a photo can hide. That's all I really gotta say about that. So as he said, I hope your photos remain positive, even if they aren't, then that sucks. But if they are, then that's great. Hopefully they are, and that's all I really gotta say. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video. If you have any suggestions, please pause on them. I will not be doing any suggestions that are suggested from February 19th onward. I'm not going to do any more suggestions until I say that I will. Until, if I get any comments, I'll just ignore them, or I'll let you know that I'm not taking suggestions at the moment. Anyways, that's going to be it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.